Hey everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and I'm playing with the hero of Sunday's video right now. It is RoyalScrewUp, and if you haven't watched that video and you don't have the context of what happened, how he completely saved my bacon on Muravanka, then click the more info icon in the top corner of your screen and go and check out that video, and then come back and watch this one, because this replay is pretty cool for a variety of different reasons. Alright, so I'm playing in the Super Conqueror, so is RoyalScrewUp. And we're in a very nice matchup here. Well, at least with regards to our tier. But just look how many green players the enemy team have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, nearly 2/3 of the enemy team are above average. And we're packing kind of like 4. But we got some good yellows as well. So it definitely, the enemy team is more statistically significant. They got more experience. We're going to have our work cut out for us, even in our top tier vehicles if we want to get through this one. But long story short, with RoyalScrewUp, and what should I say, an update since Sunday. If you watch that video, you'll know that I sent him a Progeno 46. He accepted it, and he was very gracious in his acceptance. He said some lovely things, and you're very welcome if you watch this video, RoyalScrewUp. Enjoy the tank, and hopefully have a few good games in it. Yeah, I love the Progeno 46, although I do think it's one of the more challenging Tier 8 premium tanks to play in the game. Alright, so what I was thinking right now is, we've got tier 10 tanks. We can push in, right? And then, bam! There's a 60 TP and an IS-7 mirror matching us on the opposite corner. And like hell do we want to go around there. We've got an ISM, a tier 8 Soviet heavy tank, that, unless you can find the hull armor of the vehicle, is quite resilient. But more on that later. And there's an E-75 as well, who seems to be locked down maybe by a Revolurise. What that E-75 is going to do in just a second is absolutely preposterous. But maybe the E-75 was very confident with the armor of the tank. Look at this. Oh dear. E-75. Feel like this is where you've committed to a push and you think you got a strong tank. And I'm firing APCR at the moment, but I realize I don't need APCR for the lower plate of an E-75, so I reload my standard rounds to try and save some credits. And also I just feel bad, you know? That's my first ever tier 9 tank, and firing premium rounds at it, yeah, I can't do it to the E-75 drivers out there, right? But artillery voraciously attacking us right now with premium shells, oh my lord. And I tell you what, RoyalScrewUp on my team is not going to be too happy about that artillery in a minute. He's going to have some words for him, but we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so the T-49 on the other flank seems to be doing a good job with the spotting. He's very happy, but he's dead. Oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe he's being sarcastic. 2,500 spotting and I'm dead. RoyalScrewUp states his opinion towards the artillery, but to be fair, we're top tier heavy tanks. The artillery should be focusing us right now. Super Conquerors are amazing hull down. And if you can hide the lower plate of this tank and you don't get shot in the side or the rear, it's got incredible frontal armor and one of the best guns on any heavy tank in the game, if not the best gun on any heavy tank in the game. And so you need to have the artillery focusing these vehicles. Alright, so the ISM bounces a premium shell off us, and I make a bit of a mistake here. I'm thinking the ISM has got the stock turret, because I never noticed that kind of freaky thing that sticks up on the top. But on closer inspection of the model of the ISM, that's actually not a hitbox on top of the tank, so don't try and hit it thinking it's some kind of weak point. Also, Wargaming have tragic modeling of their corners, and so you actually have to aim quite a bit further towards the left. I keep trying to hit his cheeks, but this ISM is going backwards and forwards, making my life very tricky indeed. And he's just trying to bounce me right now. Great work by the ISM. And you can see at the time I'm thinking, can I hit that thing on top of the vehicle? I'm a bit bewildered here. Now, I do have Hesh rounds in this vehicle, and in retrospect, I really wish I had loaded Hesh and just gone to town on this guy's turret, because I am bouncing off about 300 millimeters of effective armor there. And you can see me loading Hesh, albeit just a touch too late. Is it going to hit the turret of the ISM? Well, I've actually got to make a move right now, because look, the E-75 on our team just pushed through the center, and my friend is also attacking RoyalScrewUp. I've got to try and help him out. I can't leave him alone. I'll lose my ammo rack on the way in, but I'm not instantly going to repair it, and that's because I have a large repair kit. And so if I get tracked again, I can repair the track and the ammo rack with a single click. Okay, so now I'm going to go around the corner, and I actually bump RoyalScrewUp a little bit, but he actually manages to track him. I was thinking the same thing with my Hesh round to try and lock the 60T in place, and then hopefully really go to town on this guy. RoyalScrewUp puts one round in, I put another round in, and this is really where this tank is monstrous. And luckily for RoyalScrewUp, it looks like the 60TP decides to shoot the Emil too. I shoot down on the driver's hatch of the 60TP, one of the benefits to having 10 degrees of gun depression. and we're both alive and in it. Now, one word of advice. My mod pack, it kind of bugs out a little bit when you're playing in platoons with regards to how many kills your ally has picked up. So, keep in mind that we're not going to see exactly how many kills RoyalScrewUp is on until the end of the game, and I didn't know in real time what he was on either. You know what? Well played to this ISM. Massive respect to you. Did a great job this game. You harassed the hell out of me in a bottom-tiered heavy tank, did some fantastic stuff, and really slowed me down and took away my hit points as well. I think he put at least 2 rounds into my vehicle, maybe just 1, not sure. Either way, well played to that ISM. Eventually though, we face hug him, we aim down on his hull armor, and it looks like he ran out of APCR rounds to fire at us. He managed to pen an AP round in the side, which was a good effort. Alright, so even though I'm on 3 kills, we don't know how much RoyalScrewUp is on. We're kind of wounded here. I'm on 500 hit points, RoyalScrewUp's on 900, and I'm just thinking about flanking this IS-7 to stop him from hunting that 53 TP, but the 53 TP still takes a big old shot from the tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. Alright, so right now, I'm a little bit nervous. Obviously, there's a T-95 that hasn't been spotted, as well as a UDES. They could be anywhere. There's an artillery who's killing us from the corner, and there's the T-95. Alright, so I put 1 round. I'm going to try and shoot into the back of the T-95 there, and you can see that the side armor is actually quite weak, especially when it's angling its armor downwards. Now I've run out of standard rounds on this tank. I'm going to have to fire premium rounds, but to be fair, these premium rounds are going to help me out a lot with trying to go through the top of the T-95. I ping the map to let RoyalScrewUp know that there's an artillery in the corner, and slam dunk, he kills the British self-propelled gun, which is really going to help us feel a lot more just safe in this matchup. But these endgame situations, especially when you're on 253 hit points, and the fact that Wargaming have just completely opened up this map, well, at least the central hangar, the artillery might even be able to snake a shot in if it moved around to the west. Luckily, that's not going to be the case, as RoyalScrewUp shuts him down, and now on 4,400 damage, the main thing to ask is how many hit points does the Jagdpanzer 100 have? I can't quite see because I can't render in, and it's important because if the Jagdpanzer was on full hit points, then I'll know that he's probably going to win his duel against those tanks. However, considering he's on 600 hit points, which we see now, that means that it's kind of touch and go whether the Lerva and possibly the Lorraine are going to be able to finish him off. So I come around the corner looking for the T-95, but instead try and help out RoyalScrewUp with his UDES problem. Our artillery splashes the UDES, which will make him just very ineffective, and that allows RoyalScrewUp to pick up his second kill of the game. Fantastic stuff. And I think I was kind of counting at this point, because I wanted to try and get RoyalScrewUp another Brothers in Arms medal. It wasn't enough that we got one on Muravanka. It'd be really cool if we could get some in our Super Conqueror as well. Alright, so Lerva towards the bottom part of the map, T-95 in the middle, and I don't think that Lorraine is still over there with the Jagdpanzer. If I was the Lorraine, I would probably be trying to hunt some vision around here, or trying to support from up around this area. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep my turret facing. I'm wondering if I'm getting spotted, but my Sixth Sense doesn't go up. You can see I'm aiming at those bushes, thinking where the Lorraine is going to be. Sixth Sense still not up. There it has, and you can see I turn my tracks instantly as soon as my Sixth Sense goes off, and I nearly hit that Lorraine in the turret on the move, luckily spotting him. I think I'm using coated optics on this tank, but even if I'm not, with a good crew and stuff like pudding and good vents, we're still going to be able to spot very well. I'm thinking, is the Lorraine going to come around the corner? But I don't have time to think about that because I've got the side of a T-95. One into the side, I see RoyalScrewUp's got the shot, so I'm not even going to aim at the T-95. You see me turning my turret away, looking for the Lorraine. That's how much faith I had in my friend RoyalScrewUp, even in the third ever game that we managed to play together. And yeah, of course, why would I aim at the T-95 if I think that the Lorraine is going to come around the corner and possibly get a shot into me? Alright, so I tell RoyalScrewUp, I say come get the Top Gun. I don't know why I say come get Top Gun. Obviously my brain wasn't working. I was just so happy that we were dominating in this game. And I was thinking more along the lines of Brothers in Arms, because I thought RoyalScrewUp was on 2 kills. Oh no, wait a minute. He just killed the T-95 as well. So he must actually be on 3 kills already. Okay, and the Jagdpanzer actually asks, hey, can I be in your platoon buddy as well? And I'm like, okay, why not? The more the merrier. So I invite Steiner in his Jagdpanzer E100. What a great name that is for a German to be playing in a classic Jagdpanzer E100, right? Steiner meaning, I guess, like rock, or it's a name, like Stein Rock. Yeah, probably like means just a rock name. Any of the Germans, please translate for me in the chat down below. And you can see I'm just going to give RoyalScrewUp the kill here. I thought, like, why not? Come get it, RoyalScrewUp. I say, come get the Top Gun. I thought it was Brothers in Arms. At the time, I thought that he only had like a couple of kills, possibly. And then, well, considering that Steiner accepted that platoon invite, and we actually know that RoyalScrewUp just picked up his 4th kill of the game. Yeah, that not only do we get the Brothers in Arms medal, we also get an unexpected crucial contribution medal for killing 12 out of the 15 players. 4-4-4, what a game for me, RoyalScrewUp and Steiner. And while I did make credits this game, it's worth taking into account this was during the Halloween event, and I was also using a 50% credit booster, so I would have pretty much broken even or even lost just a few credits with the amount of APCR rounds that I had to dip into at the end of the game, because frankly this ISM was playing a really strong round for a bottom tier heavy. So GG to you, Alec King. You gave me a tricky round here. And it was quite an interesting matchup, this, because it wasn't really the top tier tanks on the enemy team like the IS-7 and the 60 TP who did the majority of the work. It was the Lerva, the Lorraine, and the ISM. You know, those bottom tier green players on the enemy team really nearly made the difference in this. And so there you have it, ladies and gents. Within 20 minutes of RoyalScrewUp carrying my butt on Moravanka, we had some instant synergy. We dominate a crucial contribution to medal together. Of course, couldn't have done it without Steiner, so big shout out to you as well. And this is without a doubt my favorite thing to do in World of Tanks, and that is just randomly platooning up with players who have exceptional games along with you. I'm not saying where they've just carried you and they've gone off and got a Radley Walters medal and you kind of like spam them with invites to say, oh, please platoon with me because you're really good. No, the ones that you feel like you've worked together to be able to overcome tricky things inside the game. Those are amongst my favorite moments, and it's something I'm going to have to try and do more of in the future. Anyway, ladies and gents, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a thumbs up, but if you hated it, give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments how you've met some of your World of Tanks friends. Did you meet them in battle? Did you invite them to a platoon and then play a few games with them afterwards? And then did you then end up on Discord or TeamSpeak or something together? I don't know about you, but I've met some of my best friends through video games over the last couple of decades. And that's definitely a trend I can get behind, and hopefully it will never stop. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.